And as long as if you're in the air, you air dodge that distance. Just whenever they're at that distance, it's the only thing she can punish you with. Just air dodge that distance. And then on the ground, just kind of avoid being in that range, because when Luma teleports in, she does have a hitbox. Like a very, very small one that can kind of lead to combos, essentially. So it's very, as long as you avoid that little distance though, it's hard to warp Luma out. Whereas with Luma's shot, the benefit of that is that Luma's so close to you when you do send her out with just a tap B, that you can still punish things when Luma gets smacked. So if you miss-space that distance, you're gonna actually have an issue with your opponent like knocking Luma away, because Rosalina's too far to punish it for the most part. So if you're, what are you looking for? Penetrating needles and gravity grenade. 2-2-1-1 is what you want to play. So we have Akiro showing off his Sheik some more, and it's Handyman, right? Or no, this is Dynomyte. I'm sorry. Yeah, Dynomyte. They look very similar. All right, so we're going to Smashville. We have Yoshi versus Sheik. I did not see the customs Yoshi was running actually, but I mean Yoshi. It's hard to say what Yoshi gets out of customs. His neutral Bs are all really good. One of them really benefits him in the Little Mac matchup, like to a stupid amount, because Yoshi will actually eat his opponent and spit them out like super far away. Oh, really? Yeah, and so he can just stand with his back to the ledge and poop out Little Mac to the blast zone. But another one, Lick, is actually a 10% dash forward, and it's not a command grab anymore, but it actually hits people. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to say real quick, we have Genkin joining me on the mic.
Oh, hello, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed your St. Patrick's Day and are recovering nicely if you went out. And, not that we advocate drinking here at events to compete.
We kind of do. We're putting on a drinking event.
We are. Maybe, yes. We
advocate a little bit.
A little bit.
In moderation. But anyways, let's talk about that stage spike that Dynomyte just pulled on Akiro. Akiro is down a stock right now. Very rare do you see that this early in bracket.
Interesting. Now, what is the customs that Akiro's running? I know you just got done talking about him a little bit.
So Akiro's running Gravity Grenade on his side B. That's the one you just saw. Gotcha. It will actually pull his opponent in towards Sheik.
Okay.
And then he's running Piercing Needles, which has a little bit less distance than regular needles do, but they will do a ton of shield damage and pierce through projectiles and objects.
Oh, solid. Okay.
So it's an interesting option that Sheik can run. So Akiro's having a really hard time sealing out Yoshi's stock here. If I remember right, Yoshi, with the bouncing fish to punish down tilt. Yoshi is, I want to say 12th heaviest in the game. He might be even a little bit more than that. But he's a very hard character to kill for sure.
Equally as obnoxious.
I mean, look at that man's nose.
Okay. All right. Do we have a spot? Oh yeah.
All right. So continuing in this match, Akiro down another stock. I was changing the title of the Twitch stream. I didn't even see it, ladies and gentlemen. What kind of announcer am I? Oh! Dynomyte steals it with the down throw to up air. Akiro loses his game. Ladies and gentlemen, how often do you see that? There should be a set Akiro with just 1-2-1-1, so it's all neutral except Gravity Grenade. There should be one in there somewhere. Alright, so Akiro decides to switch back to regular needles. I think he was a little thrown off by the distance that piercing needles travel. They don't travel as far as the regular ones do. But Akiro's having a really hard time dealing with Dynomyte right now. And Dynomyte's 3-frame nair is coming out so quickly that it's preventing Akiro from doing some of these like more interesting combos that he sets up, like jab, jab, down tilt. Oh, and that is punishable. So this is a really interesting counter pick as well from Akiro, seeing as the ducks may actually kind of prevent Akiro from doing some of his regular stuff. Or not Akiro, Dynomyte from doing his regular stuff, because eggs will hit the ducks. And that will pop the eggs, so Akiro can kind of maybe take advantage of that. And Dynomyte making such good use of Yoshi's aerial drift and just making his back airs and stuff relatively safe on shield. Oh, goes for the Sturm special. Shoutouts to Sturm, who's not here right now, who will be joining us for the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you guys who are unaware yet, we are running a podcast again tonight, hopefully around 9 p.m., assuming this tournament runs smoothly. But we are going to be talking about the controversial issue that we are showcasing here today in Smash 4. We are talking about customs. So if you guys want to join in, if you talk about some customs with us, ask some questions, throw out some answers and info while we're on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, no intention to interrupt Sage in telling you about what's going on here, but pay attention to the duck hunt match behind you.
Who has more points right now? We actually should have been keeping track. Oh, but the bouncing fish, not gonna kill.
Wait a second, Akiro is up.
No, Akiro's down right now.
I mean down.
Dynomyte took game 1.
Dynomyte took game 1. My goodness, this guy's a legend.
And Akiro being, I think he's a little uncomfortable with kind of some of the customs that changed to Sheik. He actually switched back to the neutral set. He's 1-1-1 right now.
Oh, he did. He went straight neutral, huh?
Yeah, he's running 1-1-1-1, and I believe Dynomyte is running 3-1-1-1-1.
So they both pretty much like most of the moveset that the characters already have, which is totally understandable.
Yoshi really doesn't get a lot of interesting stuff off his up B because his eggs are already such a good option, and his side Bs all are pretty much just whichever flavor you like because none of them are good.
Gotcha.
I mean, when do you see Yoshi throw out side B?
Never.
Exactly. But so down B is also kind of a preference choice. There's one that makes it way weaker on the way down, but will actually shoot out huge stars and makes it unpunishable.
Right.
And there's another one that makes it slower, but it's way stronger and like shield breaks.
So this is almost a pretty basic match. Almost both neutral, just one custom move in the whole set here.
Close to, yeah. I mean, Sheik actually, she's a great character regardless. We all know that. So she can get away with kind of with no customs. And then Yoshi, his neutral Bs are all really good. The regular command grab can lead into some extra percentage, like his regular neutral B.
Right.
There's another one that does 10% damage and he lunges forward and it can actually kill off stage, and it's like a really good aerial poke.
Gotcha.
And then this one that Dynomyte is running, actually, when he eats you, he will shoot you off behind him like really far. So it can set up some like edge guard situations. So really, again, like the neutral Bs are mostly preference for Yoshi. But we've seen Akiro kind of adjust to this matchup. I think he's used to fighting Lord Sturm's Yoshi, and this Yoshi is playing entirely differently.
Yes.
There's a lot of eggs and a lot of retreating aerials coming from Dynomyte. And we've also seen Dynomyte take advantage of Yoshi's 3-frame nair. Akiro early on was doing a lot of jab, jab, down tilt, and Dynomyte countered that simply by throwing out nair after the second jab, and it's fast enough that it beats out Akiro's down tilt.
Right,
so it's similar to Yoshi. It's the same speed, or it's similar to Luigi. I'm sorry. So it's a very unique trait that like Yoshi and like Luigi share with such a fast nair. But Akiro now is just basically camping this man out. Could he be looking for the timeout right now?
I gotta be honest with you, I am pretty happy he's kind of playing with him and forcing Dyno to charge in. I should have done that. Instead, I got camped out myself.
I saw that.
I'm glad the revenge is being had for me, and I will pay Akiro afterwards for this excitement.
Oh
man, he's going. This is still a very solid Yoshi, very smart about his attacks.
But Dynomyte is forced to approach right now, and Akiro is really just kind of waiting.
He's camping him. He's camping him, giving him a taste of his own medicine. I love it.
and he is just adding on so much percentage with needles, and Dynomyte really isn't countering with smart egg play right now. His eggs are not on point at this stock. Oh, but he is covering himself. And at this point, Akiro could do almost anything and kill Dynomyte.
Yeah, but he can't. But Dynomyte has been doing a good job of keeping a kind of really good defensive wall up. He has really good. He's done really well with the spacing, I think, for Yoshi.
Yeah, I mean, if he can kind of force Akiro to only tack on percentage with needles, then that would be. I mean, that would be something. Look at this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a customs match right now. This is basically a neutral match. We've seen Yoshi.
He's got to time him out, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, but Dynomyte picks up that 1,000 points from the bird, and then Akiro counters him the 1,000 points with the.
And now is the time I really think you're going to see camping game from Sheik. I mean, he has his stock ahead. He's not worried about damage at all. He already just put 1% on, so if he does die, he's got a 1% lead, 3%.
Akiro is basically just running back and forth, and Dynomyte does not know what to do.
He's doing a good job of putting some good pressure on.
Absolutely.
Ooh, that bouncy fish. Floppy fish is the real name for it, actually. I talked to Sai just recently. He said he made a mistake in calling that name. It is the floppy fish, not the bouncy fish. I have, in my day, pictured Akiro himself doing the floppy fish in a dodgeball match. So imagine Akiro throwing a dodgeball at a competitor, the dodgeball hitting the kid in the face, and then right after he threw the dodgeball, he floppy fishes over the dodgeball and hits the kid, nailing him on the ground. I think it's fantastic. Oh, he went to that little bush, that guy!
Oh my god, I think Dynomyte at this point is...
I will be very surprised if Akiro kills Yoshi. I will. Because I think he's trying the timeout.
The down B kill though! Akiro's looking for this timeout right now.
He's timing him out. This is exactly what Dynomyte did to me. He sat there on that cloud as long as he could to take advantage of the timeout. Oh, this is so good to see.
Shane may be a little bit salty here.
I would not say salty. A little bit. Just a little dash of salt, if you will. But it was a well-deserved win and just very different than my style. He did it! Oh, and then he throws out the taunt. Good job, Dynomyte. Very good. Very good. That was very impressive attacking. Very aggressive from that Yoshi player.
So I want to point out that a big reason that timeout happened was, I don't think it was due to the stage. I mean, Akiro used that top left tree. I know some people say that it's easy to circle camp Duck Hunt.
On Duck Hunt? Oh.
But I don't think it was because of that stage.
No,
I mean, that very easily could have happened just as well as on FD. It was. I think.
Yeah, you got a lot more. You got tons of space on FD. Yeah, I think that would have been able to.
The big reason that happened was simply because Duck Hunt's so long.
Good match, fellas.
All right, so we're jumping in. We're going to Town and City right now. So interesting to see Dynomyte playing Yoshi now. I know he did play Villager against you.
Right, yeah.
He also played Dr. Mario.
He said those were his common secondaries, and he really likes their custom moves.
Dr. Mario, I think, really is a cool character with custom moves. It really adds to his defensive status. But we are seeing a very patient game played by both players. A lot of projectile game, a lot of shields. Look at this. We're playing footsies like this is Street Fighter, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, this is so intense. These footsies are so amazing right now. I think we all need to appreciate. Akiro is basically playing like Ryu right now in Street Fighter. He is throwing out needles, aka Hadoken, and just waiting for reactions and then punishing accordingly. And this is a style of Akiro that I don't really see that often. I see him, he's a very rush down character, but he might not feel comfortable rushing down Yoshi.
Well, I mean, Yoshi out-prioritizes. Some of his moves have armor on them, so I think it's more of a Yoshi. He's respecting Yoshi's ability, like power and speed.
Yeah, and Yoshi's such a heavy character that building percent is so important to get that kill. And at this way too, a lot of Akiro's kill moves, like that, up air was fresh.
Right.
He wasn't staling anything, which is a really smart play from Akiro. You think we're gonna see another timeout?
No, I think he's wanting to fight this one out. But he is going to be a more evasive style of Sheik considering the Yoshi, I think. So he does respect this Yoshi, I believe. It's a good Yoshi.
Absolutely. Yoshi's a character that I think is underrated for how good he is.
I think Japan ranked him pretty high on the tier list.
Yeah, that was I believe that was due to Yoshidora. Yoshidora is probably the Yoshi player from Japan. So if you're looking,
oh, he got hit by that egg.
If you're looking to kind of check out some really good Yoshi play, Yoshidora is just absolutely disgusting. He makes use of like wave bounce, B reverse all the time for the command grab from the air, and like the man just has insane movement with Yoshi. But anyways, we are seeing Handyman playing right now with Yoshi, which is always exciting. I don't see Yoshi enough here.
Wait,
in Chicago.
Handyman's playing with
Or not
Yoshi?
Handyman, I'm sorry. I keep mixing up. Dynomyte and Handyman are brothers, right? And they look very similar. And
both very polite individuals,
yeah,
very respectful.
and they always come wearing their Project M shirts.
They do represent Project M. But have certainly become a force in Smash 4.
Absolutely.
Thank goodness.
Oh, Kal-El jumping off mic. He has to play Genkin in Losers, I believe. Yes, it'll be Losers. Dynomyte's making such good use of that down B. Yes. Dynomyte's making such good use of down B into the ledge to be safe. But he started to plank there, and Akiro punished it accordingly. This is looking a lot like Akiro's game right now. This is...
You're not very terrible at commentating. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. I got this.
You got this.
Oh, comes down unsafe. Yoshi with a grab punish instead. Oh, great rising up air from Yoshi to seal that stock out. I know Akiro was looking for the... that should be...
There it goes. Go up. Three's meteor bomb.
Oh, and... Oh, Akiro's looking for that chain grab right now. Dynomyte continues to, oh, the SD. Unfortunate end for Dynomyte. He is knocked into Losers at this point. That is a heartbreaker for any player. Especially you're doing so well against Akiro. You take game 1. Game 2 is still, it's rough, but it's still kind of tight. And then game 3 to SD. Oh, that is a challenge to overcome. Especially mentally. That is so hard to just deal with in a mental state. Alright, so next up, who do we got? We need to pull up that
What do we have next?
we need to